Started with sand, expanding, with metaverse brand, immersed Decentraland, and TCG world expanding, creating work expanding. Each month give away 10 grand. Storm riders, and fans. Submit your started with the game jam, now you want go. Didn't care at first, but now you wanna know. Wanna work in the metaverse, tell you where to go. Bear, make it through the sandstorm, that's a really pro. Get your target, get your assets on the market. Bully bulldoze in the bear market. That's the magic, that's the carpet. Here comes Sandstorm for the artists. Game dizzy, Sandstorm, yeah. Started with sand, expanding, with metaverse brand, immersed Decentraland, and TCG world expanding, creating work expanding. Each month give away 10 grand. Storm riders, and fans. Submit your big old hand. Submit your bid, get your wallet lit, your artist audience, and build your client list. Your target, get your assets on the market. Bully bulldoze in the bear market. That's the magic, that's the carpet. Here comes Sandstorm for the artists. Yeah. Started with sand, expanding, with metaverse brand, immersed Decentraland, and TCG world expanding. Land's getting scarce out there, oh yeah. Better buy land than a bear, yeah. Could be your brand / chance, get out there. Could stake on your land, your community your land while you earning. Yeah, game making 8.0 coming out real soon, we gon' learn it. Streaming videos in the metaverse, got my wheels got the best artists in the industry working. Travel through the sandstorm, it was worth it. The collection will be perfect with the Sandstorm metaverse building person.
And good evening, everybody, to this amazing metaverse beat made by our community. Welcome to this new show. Tonight, we are joined by the wonderful group of the Babydolls. I'm very, very proud to have them today. We had Tanpgoko a lot of times in the past, but the first time where we have more of them here on the show, I'm a bit overwhelmed, to be honest. It's a lot of pressure here to be the host this evening. But yeah, welcome M, welcome Tanpgoko, welcome JK47. How are you doing?
We are good. Thank you so much for having us here. Like you said, I've been here a few times before, but it's JK and M's first time.
How are you
excited?
A little bit stressed out, I heard before. Okay? Yeah, awesome. So basically, for anyone who doesn't know, the Decentraland DAO funded us to run artist competitions. We are at the 11th one. We will announce the results today of the 11th DCL Builder Contest run by Sandstorm. The goal here is to educate new people in the space, give them the opportunity to get started, experience the new metaverse journey, and get rewarded for their work. And yeah, so that's what we are doing today. And I'm very excited about today's contest because it's about spirit animals. And I think it would not have been a better theme for the guests we have today. So let's get straight in. We can start by M. If you want, you can do a quick presentation of yourself. Who are you? Who is this mysterious person behind the dollhouse logo?
My name is M, and I am a rather new doll to the dollhouse. I joined DCL probably a year and a half ago, and that was a lot attributed to Doc. Doc and I, he found Decentraland first, and then brought me in here, and then I started learning all this great stuff about Web3. So yeah, currently I am trying to, seek other avenues and learning more about Web3, but more about IRL. I work a 9 to 5. I work in the accounting field. I currently attend school, and I come to DCL in my off hours to learn about Web3 stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah, we can go back to it later. How do you discover Decentraland? How you even got into the doll team? I think that will be very interesting to hear about. But Tanpgoko, go ahead. You can present yourself again.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for inviting me again on the Sandstorm judging competition. You guys know I like to tell people what I think, so this is a great opportunity for me to do that. I'm Tanpgoko. I'm a founding member of the Babydolls and the operator of Dollhouse, which is a pretty popular club inside DCL. I've been here for about a year and a half, growing, learning, exploring, and just getting involved in the Web3 space. What I love about Decentraland is it's given me a lot of opportunities I don't think that I ever would have had before. before. And that's really what the Web3 space is all about, is just accessibility and possibilities that you never dreamed were available to you. Now they're there, and there's a community behind you to build that up with you and back you up.
Okay, now let's be honest for 2 seconds. How does it feel? How does it feel to be the Decentraland superstar model? Just like in 3 words.
Pretty damn good.
Nice exit. Nice. Good job. We can talk about this more though, because I'm really curious about what happened there. And JK, what about you?
Hello. I'm JK47. My real name's Jordan, so you guys can call me whichever you like. I've been in Web3 and Decentraland for about a year now. Came into the Baby Doll house a couple weeks ago with M, which is very exciting. Never really indulged in a lot of creative stuff I wanted to. So once I ended up over in Web3 and Decentraland, I've been just endlessly inspired by what everybody's doing and how everybody's, innovating and creating. I'm a writer also. So it's cool to be able to learn about all types of different stuff and trying out Blender, which is a little dicey, but I'm getting a little better at it.
The starting phase is really difficult.
Oh my goodness, this donut, the donut is killing me, but I'll get there.
You didn't finish it yet?
Not
the
yet.
Donut, at least. Come on.
I know. It's a mess. I need to. I'll send you pics when I do. It's gonna be the most beautiful donut ever.
I'm looking forward to it. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I think it's great to. It's the first time we actually have a show where we have 3 people from the same team. So here, 3 people from the Baby Dolls. I think the reason why you 2 were brought up were probably because of the grants that Tanpgoko got. With the Baby Dolls in the past few months. I don't know when it started, but maybe Tang, how was it like to scale up your team? You can talk with all those people.
It feels great to be able to scale up my team. I mean, M and JK coming on have been amazing. From the very first night that they came in, they were ready to work with me and activate with me and just try and make the Baby Dolls even better than we already are. We have lots of long-term dreams and visions, and it's been and it's difficult to do things if you don't have a team that is supportive and backing you up. And that's what's so great about the Baby Dolls is we always support each other and have each other's back. So I'm really excited to see where we can go from here.
What about you, Em? How was the opportunity? How did it come there? When did you get the offer to join the team?
I think it's been maybe almost a month now, a couple of weeks, maybe a month. And it was really, really exciting. Tang had reached out and asked if I could come one night to come and kind of host a party there. They just needed help for that one night. And I was like, okay, cool. This will be really exciting. And in the back of my head, I was like, this is weird. Why is she asking me this? This can't just be for no reason. Tang has never talked to me.
It's so funny because we've never talked about this actually. So I'm so glad to hear your viewpoint on this. Keep going.
No. And I've just thought about that. I was like, she doesn't know what my side is. This is going to be really exciting. It's not negative at all, but part of me was just like, there's has to be more to this. So then a week goes by and I was like, oh, she never reached out. It was nothing. Maybe she really just needed one-time help, or maybe I didn't do
haha, I psyched you out.
You did. I totally thought, I was like, she's not interested in me. And what's really funny is when I first joined DCL and I met the dolls, and I was so inspired by them, and I really fell in love with the concept and the idea of supporting women in Web3, networking women in Web3, and helping grow that branch. And I always loved what the Baby Doll vibe was. It was, so chill, so classy, so vibe, but also so professional, so networking, so digging, so inspiring. And so when Tang asked me that, I remember thinking I would never be a doll, but that would be so cool. And I'm not even lying. So when Tang asked me, it was really, really exciting. And
did you have a star crush?
What does that mean? What do you mean?
A star crush, you were like, oh my god, Tanpgoko is asking me this. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, god. No, totally. I took a screenshot and sent it to my friend. I was so excited.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was great. I was really excited, and Doc was really excited, and Yeah, it was cool.
Awesome. What about you, JK? Now I want to hear all the drama here, all the new things.
Kind of the same boat. Tang asked me if I wanted to like help host a couple parties one week, and yeah, got back to me about a week later. I've been hanging out in the dollhouse since I came into Decentraland. I think it was my first, like within my first week on the platform, it was probably my like third or fourth day. The Babydolls asked if my husband and I wanted to walk in their fashion show for Fashion Week. And for me, that was like the nicest, sweetest, most shocking thing ever. Like, I didn't know any of these people, and everybody's just so welcoming and so like makes you a part of it. So the first, my first couple weeks in DCL, I got to kind of be a part of the dollhouse a little bit, and just seeing how sweet and nice everybody was. Everybody's so supporting. To be honest, it like is shocking how much, good vibes there are in Decentraland. There's probably been like just 2 or 3 times where like somebody comes in like trying to troll or just like rile people up. But other than that, I'm just genuinely shocked every day at how supportive everybody is. And I've always felt that from the dollhouse and from Tang especially. So getting to be a part of it is major.
Aw, guys.
Cool. Aw.
Guys.
Oh, where are the applause for the dollhouse here? A lot
It
of
makes us
love.
all feel so special.
So, how is the day-to-day life of a doll? What do you guys do on a day-to-day
Oh.
basis?
Like Tang does so much.
So
I know. She's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot, especially this last couple of months. It's been pretty crazy. We just have so many. I started off this year wanting to do a lot more collabs with the community, and we have really put that into action. So we've been collabing with Vroomway. We've got a collab coming up with Decentral Games. We've got a really interesting collab coming with Knights of Antrim next week.
Nice.
So that takes a lot of, coordination and administration. And, that's just our Wednesday parties. So multiply that by all the other things that we're doing, plus talking to brands like we did Doritos and that kind of stuff going on as well. And then long-term plans that we have too. So it's really, really busy all the time. But of course, it's Decentraland. So we also want to be supporting other people's events and hanging out together at the dollhouse. And with the new dolls coming in, we really want to spend a lot of time getting to know each other and just hanging out. Like I genuinely like hanging out with JK and M, and I want to do that as much as I can. So yeah, it's pretty much DCL 24/7 for me.
Cool.
Yeah, for the most part as well.
I had a friend who told me to him the entire metaverse idea is just like a fiction until the day where you will be able to have a job where your entire role is to guide people in the metaverse themselves or sell them a product in the metaverse themselves. And I feel like you guys maybe are the closest to this, because really it's also about just being there, being present, being available if somebody new comes in, being welcoming, etc. How is your approach in regards to this, M and JK? Maybe what do you do when somebody new comes in? You're like, oh, what do you have to do here?
Well, I've been really inspired by a lot of different community members that when people come in, they help introduce them, they say hi, they, send them wearables, they kind of tell them about places to hang out. So I've been trying to adopt more of that mentality where, and even just with like connections in DCL, because I have friends in DCL, but only a very few of them I would consider like a close friend. I've been, pretty shy up until I became a doll. So, a lot of it is wanting to share and invest in each other and try and, help each other promote themselves. So when new people come in, I try to do that as much as possible for people that I know that I think are doing great things in the metaverse.
Totally. I feel like knowing the right people that you can point really talented people to who are just getting started, like knowing the right ways to, not steer them, but the right people to bring into their lives to help them do that. Because there's definitely enough, people here that somebody can, find a connection with somebody that's really going to help them, do whatever they want to do successfully. And like another little kind of shallow thing, but I get very excited now to be able to just give out like baby doll t-shirts or dresses and stuff like that, because I feel like it's so exciting when people send you wearables, especially like random people that you just met. So being able to do that with like dollhouse stuff has been a very, very exciting thing for me, at least.
100% I can agree with that. It is so exciting to give people wearables because like we'll hang out at the dollhouse one night, the people that stay there pretty late and people will come in because they're from different time zones, so it'll be in the morning. So they'll come to the dollhouse and they'll see all these people hanging out after hours, and the people there will just shower them with wearables, and then this dollhouse becomes this like community spot where you go and you get welcomed and you get redispersed into the community.
How does it feel to like go in a random place that you didn't organize and then see somebody just wear your stuff? How does it feel? Is it weird?
No, it's not. It's awesome. And it kind of makes me think, because I was listening to you guys speak, that wearables are really, it's more than just fashion. It's a way for people to engage and connect with each other. And there's so few ways to do that when you're just come into a place and you're just an avatar. You don't have so many other signifiers like what you look like and where you're from and what kind of car you drive. So it's really just all about those wearables. It's so much more than fashion and style. It's how you present yourselves and also how you connect with people. And like we're saying, how you invite people into your community. So Fashion Week is coming up, and I'm sure we're going to get to that. But it's more than just fashion in the metaverse. And I think people need to realize that and remember that and give us more slots for wearables.
100%.
Okay, time for the hard question now. What's the difference between a real life shirt or a real life clothing thing that you're buying for a lot of dollars because you like to wear a really nice piece or nice quality stuff? What's the difference between that or jewelry and something that you buy in a metaverse? What's the difference, whether it's like from this connecting point of view or this fashion point of view or this like emotional point of view? What would you say? Whoever wants to take it. It's not an easy question.
I mean, for me personally, there isn't much difference anymore because I'm here so much. I have my closet in Decentraland is much better than my closet in real life.
Totally. 100%.
Much more fashionable here, and I do like
my closets are pretty similar. I have to say, pretty empty in DCL, pretty empty in real life.
Oscar, do you have these pink overalls in real life? Because I need to see that.
Oh, like that? Oh no, I don't. I actually don't. Maybe I should buy it.
I love digital clothes because of the aspect of utility to them as well, right? Yeah. So that's I think a really exciting part of digital wearables and something that I'd like to see happen with physical wearables too. When I buy something that gives me token gated experiences or it gives me membership privileges in some kind of club. I love that kind of stuff. So I like digital wearables.
I would find it so fire if you can buy like either a digital wearable or a real life item and you get the same in the other realm,
That's going to happen.
Yeah, no, there are artists that are already doing that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's dope. I like that.
I think that's like the most fun thing ever. I'm constantly just chatting about that and pushing that to Clammy. Just like everybody needs to do more phygital stuff, even if it's just like keychains or just like even stickers. Like I was really excited to get a pack of Gucci Toast like stickers. There were like 10 of them in there, and that was like the funnest thing ever.
I heard recently there was a cannabis store who gave you the DCL joint wearable when you went to their store and you bought something. You had like a little QR code and then you had a joint wearable in your wallet here, which I think
how is this really used for? You can't get high in Decentraland.
It's value add. How useful is a sticker? It's not that useful, but you like it. You want it. You feel like you got a gift.
True.
Okay.
It's like a bridge between the two areas, like people that aren't in Decentraland that hold more value for that real physical wearable versus people that hold value for that digital one. So it's kind of making this bridged gap where, okay, if you don't care about the physical one, you get this digital one. But if you don't care about the digital one, you get a physical one. So it covers all areas.
And I think this can be go beyond just the things that we wear, but eventually to a car that we buy, to an apartment that we buy, to every asset that we own in the physical world. There should be a digital version of that as well. So if I want to buy an apartment, I should be able to have that in Decentraland as well. Or even if I wanted to stay at a hotel for a couple of nights, I should be able to access that kind of space, maybe a fantasy version of that space in the metaverse.
Yeah, I think it could really like potentially make super mundane activities or places, like even just like hotel rooms, like just that much more interesting and unique, because you can, you know, do whatever you want.
Imagine if like your room is interconnected with a digital thing, and then if you move something in your room, it moves in the digital world too.
Make it happen, Oscar.
That'd be
Make
so
it
funny.
happen.
And then you could make like escape rooms that are like double linked, you know.
Oh, that's a great. Oh my goodness, escape rooms in the metaverse.
And
What are
going
we
like back
doing,
and forth,
folks?
back and forth. That would be really cool.
Wow, that's a great
Yeah.
idea. I love
I will
that.
never build this, by the way. So without the idea, you guys can do it.
It's a free one from you, thanks.
It's way too difficult. But no, super cool. I really loved your responses. Maybe another question. Now that we're talking about the links between the real life and the digital world, which is also real in a way. Are you guys partiers? Do you like to party in real life?
Sure.
All three? You go regularly to parties? You go and I don't know, dance to music? Yeah,
I definitely do, but the big difference for me in DCL is the heels. I own a lot of really cute heels in real life, but I just don't wear them when I go out, especially if I'm going to a party, because like I know myself and I'm a little bit clumsy. So being able to just like strut around in heels and like stomp around in the baby doll boots makes me feel very, very powerful.
DTL is alcohol proof.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the advantage.
Exactly.
There's no risk. Oh,
I mean,
maybe
is
there
it?
is, but- That's so cool. What's the okay? Is it similar for you when you go party in real life and when you go party in Decentraland?
I think I'm a lot shyer in real life than I am in Decentraland.
Yeah, I would
Are
agree
you-
with that statement.
Are you the meme, you know, like that girl that stands in the corner of the room and she's like, nobody knows I'm the metaverse fashion week, like queen, you know? I'm joking.
Maybe not quite that bad, but definitely I feel a little more outgoing when I'm in Decentraland. But you know, Oscar and you and I have kind of talked about this before. I feel like there's a personality and a person inside of us that is allowed to come out when we are in the metaverse. You know, it's like this really true, pure person that's hiding inside of us. And somehow in the metaverse, our true personalities come out. So, you know, maybe in real life, I am sort of shy and standing aside, but my real personality is, you know, supermodel of the metaverse. So
Totally, because
Let's go.
the metaverse offers a space that it doesn't, like your professional world in real life, because there are a lot of people that are not on the artistic platforms, you know what I mean? They're not in that wavelength. So it gives you this outlet where I would hate to say it, but it's like socially unacceptable for wherever you're at and whatever you're doing.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's really tough to compare, honestly. That's why I asked the question. But I think there are like two cool things about like the differences is, I've been telling I think Tang too in the past when we talked. I think the cool thing about like being in Decentraland, and she mentioned the realness of the connections, is you don't have like this upfront judgment when you meet somebody, or you don't need to prove yourself. I think it's a bit different, and I've been noticing this before, because before I was playing video games a lot, and I think video games is pretty similar because it's like also digital world. You just get to talk to people with an activity, and then you know you are distracted, but at the same time you can talk and like make deeper connections and have like deeper conversations. Whereas in like real conversations, you would be more blocked off, or you would have all those social barriers that would like be required to be passed to have those kinds of discussions, right? So I don't know. Do you feel that the fact that you were able to build community in Decentraland allowed you to really build those deep connections that you would not have in the real life?
I like to think that, you know, if we took, you know, one packed party at the dollhouse and everybody that was there and talking and dancing and chatting it up and having fun, and we were able to get everybody IRL in the same room or a bar or wherever, or an IRL dollhouse perhaps, that we would, you know, still be able to act the same way. as opposed to if we all met in that room, not having met each other in Decentraland, I feel like those barriers get broken down and you don't even have to think about it, as to where you could be in a packed place with these same people and just never, ever know. So I feel like it's kind of beautiful then to just be able to think about, like, well, maybe a bunch of people in this IRL room, like, I could actually get along with. So, like, ideally it bleeds over in a positive way and not a negative way. But that's what I'm aiming for, at least, as opposed to like having people close off and, you know, only want to talk to people online. I'm hoping that we're able to bleed it out in a socially positive way in the real world.
Sometimes I feel that old idea of the person who sits on his computer by himself all the time and loses touch with society because he's so deeply involved in the metaverse. Sometimes I think that's an outdated idea. I don't feel that because I spend a lot of time on the metaverse that I'm losing my touch on reality or I'm losing my sense of socialization. Not at all. I feel like I've never been more social in my life.
Yeah, especially if you have like trouble talking to people IRL. Like, I would say I'm probably a little bit more shy in the metaverse. I don't know. I'm a pretty talkative person, but people that aren't, like, they're, you know, learning how to socialize. They're not learning, but practicing social skills. Like, we all need to practice our social skills at times.
What do you think, Oscar?
About, I mean, I don't really know, because I think the most interesting thing I encountered is when I met people in real life that I discovered digitally, and it happened multiple times in my life, and it was very different experiences. Like, sometimes the people really changed, sometimes they were the same, sometimes, like, I mean, I can feel that some people that I met in real life after meeting them digitally, I don't think we would have been friends if we only met in real life. I do believe that, you know, digital encounter burned those bridges or things. But I don't know. It's like it's pretty difficult. I also think that maybe that's the problem with the space we're in. In the metaverse, there is still this kind of owning aspect where, you know, you still are judged in a way because you own wearables, you own assets, you can be traced. I mean, your wallet is public. You could be, and I don't know. I think there still is this aspect of ownership, which might lead to some form of initial judgment. I don't know. I don't have a fixed opinion on this. Sorry, I was just rambling.
There's definitely like a status hierarchy that will leak over into Web3 if we're not, like, at this point noticing it and being like, hey, we need to find a way to mitigate this and, you know, figure this out if we don't.
I mean, a really good example is like with the DAO, because the DAO is really a social experiment where you can see power dynamics and like, you can see people who have power, who have voting power, they get the money and then they can do decisions and stuff. So yeah, maybe that's a good question. How were you affected by the DAO? How did you, do you think it's obviously a general positive because it allowed so many people to do so many great things, but do you feel this pressure in terms of hierarchy in the DAO? Like, do you feel that might be a problem?
I mean, yeah, definitely. It wasn't something I had thought much about before, but in the last year, when you see some of the issues that are starting to arise with inequality of VP and with elitism and people kind of grouping off together, it's a little bit scary. Politics is not my strong point. I tend to just kind of back away from it. I get really agitated when I think about the drama of it all. So I just try and hope for the best.
Yeah, I would say that, yeah, living in the US, and I'm kind of I pay attention as much as I can, I guess, to what's going on politically and just like our system, not even politically, but just how it's all structured. And I feel like at this point, the DAO, and especially just hearing what other people that are very involved every day with it have to say, it just sounds the exact same, honestly, as like a hierarchical, like, you know, money and wealth powered structure system where that's all that matters. And we definitely need to find a way to bust this up, because we know what this looks like when it plays out.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. It's like a really, really funny social experiment. But I do believe that despite all the problems and all the things that other people need to deal with in terms of governance and DAO structure, I think that what you're doing is like generally a net positive for the space. What were maybe the thing that you memorized the most in your experience being a doll? Maybe that's for the newer ones. What was the thing that stood out? Something that you remember that made you laugh, or or where you were ashamed, or whatever. I mean, something that really stayed in your mind.
Okay, I'll go. I have one.
Yeah, go ahead.
It is actually involving it's not deep or anything. It's kind of stupid, but our wag me bald party last night.
Yeah. Okay.
And that all came about, I guess, when we were taking pictures for something else, and I was away from my screen, and for whatever reason, I lost all my hair and everybody else's. So we decided to do wag me bald. I was just bald on the screen.
Okay.
And I was like mortified, didn't want to do it, blah, 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 blah. But then I was like, you know what? Bald is beautiful, and more hair, more problems. So we're going to work this out. So we all partied bald in the dollhouse last night. And I think I realized that I rely too much on my hair for feeling confident IRL. So I think I learned something. I self-analyzed because of our party theme. So yeah, I think I grew a little bit, honestly.
I think what I like about that story, and again, like this just happened in the last week, was that it has sort of like that I want to say a memetic feeling, sort of a meme-ish feeling, where somebody took a picture of JK when she was accidentally bald, and that turned into a theme and a concept that the next week we had a big party, and the whole place, the theme of the party was bald because of that moment. So I mean, I like how the culture takes something kind of like a bug, something accidental that happens, and then turns it into a positive, something that we can build community on.
So funny. Such a funny story.
Do you even know what we're talking about, Oskam?
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see anything. I'm like, I just think it's such a funny thing. But now, JK, now you got to go full circle. Now you're going to go bold in real life.
I don't know about all that. We'll see. Actually, who knows? Some people love it, and it looks really, really, really hot on a lot of people. So I don't know if I'm that confident yet, but maybe. Who knows? Who the heck knows? I didn't think I would be learning any, 3D animation, but slowly but surely, here we are. So who knows?
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Your best story.
Oh gosh, I don't know if I can recall one on the spot. To be 100% honest with you, there have been so many different parties and occasions, and I think I have to say that first party when Tang asked me to host and she didn't ask me to be a doll yet, I had so much fun. Like I was having, and it was just the other day I was sitting here and I was like sending out tweets for Dollhouse and like sending out like promo stuff, and I was sitting here and I was so excited to be doing it, and it just made me super happy that I have this opportunity to work with such a great team and kind of branch out into these other avenues of work that I don't get to fulfill in my everyday life. So yeah, honestly, just the whole vibe.
I'm sure you're not writing a lot of tweets in accounting.
No, definitely not. So yeah, it's really exciting to be able to do marketing and be able to do, step into that area.
Cool, dope. That's actually a good segue. Maybe the final question before you go on with the things. Okay, so you guys are social media queens. You guys are doing the most mind-blowing content. I think that's out there. You have a really, really unique branding. What is the key to a very successful Twitter post? Maybe you can each give your own sense. What's the key to what's your secret? We want to know how to get more likes on Twitter.
When you have the time, bank some photos.
Yes.
When you have time, when you've got time, go get your favorite outfits, match them all up, like take 3 hours, take some selfies, put them in a folder, and then you have this bank to pull on from really good photos. And then another thing, if you have the time, know what you're wearing, who made it, know where it's from, know the idea, know the group, because when you go to post that, this space is about giving back ownership to artists. Give them their ownership. You know, you're beautiful because of their artwork, and it's something that they appealed to you. So I think that's one of the biggest things is give ownership and bank your photos.
Yeah, those are both really, really good pro tips.
Yeah,
Really,
exactly. I'd agree with both of those.
Yeah.
We're not going to give you all our secrets, Oscom.
Yeah, I'm very sad now. But, you know, there's one thing that's stuck in my mind because I heard photo shoots. So you guys are doing 2 or 3 hours of photo shoots of your avatars?
Oh, Oscom, you don't even know. I mean, I thought I took a lot of photos, and then these girls came in. Oh my god!
We got all of our outfits and just
You guys take a lot of photos.
I straight bought 10 emotes yesterday.
Oh my gosh, I bought a
She's like, yes, guys, I got the long twerk. Oh, I'm studying for my accounting exam right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
and then you're like in a room and then you're like, okay, this emote, no, this doesn't fit with this outfit, and then she's changing the outfit and then changing the emote, and then
very accurate.
God, that's crazy. Wow. I mean, the pictures are awesome, you know. If the time needs to be spent to have those, then I think it's well worth it.
Yeah,
you know, a pro tip that oh sorry, go ahead, JK.
Oh no, it's okay. I was just gonna say, definitely work on your angles. Tang said to us, like, you know, like everybody, you know, we all take the best pictures of ourselves, and I did realize that is very, very much true when we're all taking big group pics. Feel like there's always times when, you know, you can't get the exact picture that you want, and you really were right, Tang, that we all do know our angles, our meta angles very well.
Totally.
Another thing that Tang taught me, because I think JK has had experience with it, but knowing your platforms to use for editing. Like, I'm a little old school. I'm still going back to Photoshop and like using older platforms to make posts and edit. And Tang's over here like, oh, did you make that in Canva? And I was like, no, I'm so stupid. Like, I should have used Canva. So
yeah, you can template everything. Yeah, you should do it. Actually.
Yeah, there's
so much time
on Canva. I had no idea. Yeah, no, I'm not really very experienced either. I'm just
okay.
I'm learning too with you, but I had no idea.
A couple more weeks, you guys will be pros. I wanted to just say one last thing before we moved into the contest. JK kind of touched on that when she first came in, she did a fashion show with us. This was fashion show of 22 last year.
Yep.
So yeah, we had just met her and she did a fashion show with us. It wasn't just any fashion show, by the way. It was for the designer Kid Super, who last year was just kind of like this up and coming NYC fashion designer and artist. But just last month, he did a show for Louis Vuitton. So, I mean,
cool.
Yeah, it was a really, really exciting moment, and I'm glad I got to share it with JK.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. I was floored. I could not believe that y'all asked me and Clammy to do it. I was like, this is so sweet. Who are these girls? They're so nice.
Yeah, that's so cool. And also to see how far people go when they start in this space. I wonder, like, you know, maybe this is the fashion industry of tomorrow. You know, like maybe in 5 years, you look back to all these creators that, you know, are now entering entering our contest or doing something else. Maybe in 5 years they will like design high-level products that.
Gosh, could you imagine?
Will buy. That's
like
crazy.
If we could buy like a digital doki, that would be cool.
You know, you never know who blows up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my Doki face is the way for me to live out like my kids' Bratz doll dreams. I'm like trying to replicate like with lip liner, and I just look crazy. So hopefully, I can bridge that gap as well. Yeah,
you'll get there. You get the style. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I mean, it was a super good conversation. I think we covered a lot of topics. I came with some weird questions. You were really patient. I appreciate it. Now let's get into the contest. So the contest, 1 second. I need to change my screen and read out loud the contest rules. So unprofessional, this guy, Oscom. He never prepares his things. It's really not good. I need to... okay, we're good. So... So let me read. So DCL Contest 11, it's called Spirit Animal. And the cover letter of this contest was, as you line up alongside the other Olympic athletes bracing for the 100-meter sprint, you feel something inside of you awakening. A power radiating from inside you takes over and propels you forward at a speed that no man could ever keep up with. Your spirit animal has awoken. You are unstoppable. But what kind of spirit animal are you? And this is your challenge. You needed to develop a spirit animal for your DCL avatar. And so you had two choices. You could either in terms of scope, build 2 wearable pieces in a set, or you could build 1 skin wearable. And there were the build constraints with the traditional DCL constraints to build it. And yeah, so people are competing here for 5,000 USDC in total. First place, 2,500. Second place, 1,250. Third place, 750. Fourth place, 350 USDC. And fifth place, 150 USDC. It happened in January, and now let's look at the results. I hope you like my little energetic read here.
That was good. That was really good.
Nice. And let's go into the top 5. So first of all, before we start with top 5, what did you guys think about all these different spirit animals?
They were so cute.
Very, very cute. I loved them. They were just, yeah. I love the creativity. I love the time that people spent on them. It was great.
Yeah, very well done, and all very different and unique as well.
That's cool. It was actually one of our first wearable contests. I think the second we did, and it's I think it's really creative how the people came up with different things. There's definitely some that I would love to wear in the game. But yeah, let's get straight into it, and let's go with the 5th place. Drum roll. The 5th place is the Dino Racer by 1 second. I need to find the thing. Whoops. I'm not prepared. The Dino Racer, which is by Yuri BX. Congratulations. Yeah, I think so. What did you guys think about this asset?
The animation was so cool. This animation of him on the racetrack was really, really well done.
Yeah,
I like his little wiggly tail. The depth of field is really nice.
Yeah, and I didn't realize either that until now that the borders on the racetrack have little DCL logos on them too.
Yeah.
That's cute. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely loved the angles and the shots, and like Tang mentioned, the depth perception. It was great.
And I'm a
Look at the
big
way
fan of
the little motor is shaking underneath him and he skids out a little bit. Like, it was adorable. Really.
Yeah.
big fan of dinosaurs and top speeds in general.
I mean, the goal was to awaken and go fast. I'm sure this little dino is going super fast. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
so conceptually he's on that sprinting track as well, which I think he brought that idea of it in.
Yeah,
It's really cool. But
yeah,
we thought that the DCL version was not quite as exciting as this pre-rendered version.
Yeah, I do agree. And Decentraland, it looks a bit rough. And even if you look at the assets, it was not like perfectly polished, so it didn't look really clean. I think that's, in my view, it lost a little bit of points there. Personally, I was not the biggest fan of the motorcycle either. I think, like, from a coloring perspective, it didn't quite fit, in my personal opinion. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but I don't know. But I think it was a really, really cute asset overall, and it definitely took this idea of the sprint, which not a lot of people did. So, but great job, Yuri, and somebody who often wins and is in the top 5. So congratulations, really well deserved, super good asset right there.
Good job, Yuri.
Yes, I enjoyed it a lot. That one made me smile.
Awesome work on the animation. It was a really cool one. Okay, awesome. So now let's go for the 4th place. Ooh, exciting. Pressure increases. Okay, and the 4th place is Kitsune Soul by Biyagi. Congratulations. I personally really liked it. What did you think, Em?
I loved this wearable. It's really awesome. The video is awesome. I really love that it was just a top. I was telling the girls that I could wear my undies with it, so it's perfect. And I don't know if anybody follows like IRL fashion or anything, but Kylie Jenner's dress was very similar to this, with having like I don't know if it was like a lion head or something. It was fake, but yeah, I loved it.
I didn't have this reference.
Yeah, Kylie Jenner, she wore this super obnoxious dress, and I think somebody else wore the same dress as her, which was even funnier.
What do you think, JK?
Oh, I loved this one because a lot of the times I don't want to wear like a whole skin anyways. So yeah, I like that it's just a top. I like that it's kind of low key, but then you also have the fur around the sides to, match the head, so it's not just like a random head kind of floating. It all kind of ties together. It could be like tails in the back coming around you and stuff. So I thought that was a cool detail. But yeah, I really like that it's just a top, like Em said. Big fan of this one. Big fan. I like the red. I like the white. I like the color scheme. I think they did a great job.
Grade A.
Did you think,
When can we have it in real life? I can think of
Yes.
lots of ways I could incorporate this into my wardrobe.
That would have been my next question: is would you buy this?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes, I would wear this one.
Let's go. So you got free customers, Biyagi.
Absolutely.
Right
The best
there.
customers in town. And I can't say that about, as much as I admired a lot of the other entries, this is probably the only one that I think I would actually purchase and incorporate into my own wardrobe.
I think I would agree probably with that
Because
as well.
this is also two wearables. So basically you can either wear the top or the bottom part, which is like a sort of skirt, Japanese style.
Yeah, and let me tell you, that is important to me, to have separates instead of one full one, so that we can mix and match. Just to go back to that topic we were talking about earlier about digital identity, customization is a big part of that. When you're giving me a skin and I look like the other 9 skins on the block, how is that expressing my personal identity? So for me, separates and customization all the way.
Yeah, for sure. I do agree. Yeah, and I personally really liked it too. I'm really a big fan of the Japanese vibe here too. So I think it was super well made. Even technically, it was well made. Super polished. Looks great in game. So awesome work, Biyagi. And Biyagi shout outs because he's also, or he or she, I don't know, or them, is also working on a TCG World proposal. So doing an awesome job there. So nice work. Okay, cool. So now third place, getting into the top spots here. Okay, the level is pretty high for the top 3 with the Mr. Chungus. The Golden Snubnose by Fika Cafe. And Fika Cafe is a team by Malloy and somebody else. I forgot the name of the other. I'm so sorry. But two designers who teamed up and made this entry. What did you think, JK? Let's start with you.
I thought this one looked, at least with the like render in game, I thought it looked perfect, super polished. The fur looked great, shiny. I felt like it just looked really good in world when we saw it for a little bit too. Yeah, in that clip, yeah, so good. In the grass, walking around, and it's a good size too. I feel like when you make animal skins, it's easy to kind of make them too big and chunky. And even though this one is kind of chunky himself, it's not disproportionate to other like characters and avatars in the game that you're going to be interacting with. So I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like the little belly.
Yeah.
It was very fun. Do you think, Em?
I thought this was so cute, and like JK was saying, I think that it was really well done, really high quality. It was just the cutest little thing. Honestly, the biggest thing that stuck out to me is just so cute.
Super cute. The question is it going fast though?
That's true. Conceptually, I'm not sure that it filled me with the desire and the ambition to get to that finish line more than anybody else. He seems like, one of them was called Vacation Chungus, right?
Exactly.
He's not running anywhere.
It's like a chill dude, isn't
He's
he?
like a chill dude. Yeah. But you can't
So
deny the
true.
talent in this, and
Yes.
also the quality of the animation of the whole movie as a whole. Really, really beautifully done. Very professionally done. Just like everything that Malloy does. Great package.
Yeah, for sure. I think the reason why it's ranked so high as well is because technically this asset is just really perfect. I mean, when I checked it a few days ago, it was like really, really, really well polished. Everything was working well. The animations are awesome that were embedded in there. So I really find, you see that this is crafted work, that this is a professional that worked on this. I really liked also it fit with the idea of the spirit animal. I mean, this is really a spirit animal. This could be like your double, right? Your double self. That's your secret metaverse identity, and also has a lot of personality in the way it was built. So I really think it deserved this spot. So congratulations, Fika Cafe, for the third place with this little chungus. And let's go on with the second place. By Art Cebola, the dangerous shark lifeguard. Okay, so who was scared by this shark? You gotta say that.
I was scared. He really is so human and yet so shark-like. It was terrifying. But I think that more than any of the rest of them, this embodied the concept of finding that spirit animal inside you that's just going to rage and want to do anything to win. I mean, look at this guy warming up, feinting punches, roundhouse kicks.
Look at the six pack. Come on.
This is a winner. This is a winner shark.
This is a clear W right there.
The sunglasses were a hilarious choice.
Yes, and I love the shark tattoo for the whole spirit animal thing, because it's like I am a shark, but like I have a tattoo of my spirit animal. He is scary.
Tanpgoko, will you have a Tanpgoko tattoo?
Oh God, yes, I would.
Oh my God!
Did you know that somebody tattooed Babydoll on their knuckles?
Oh, I forgot.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, shout out to Zom. We love him.
Zom. Babydoll for life.
Yes.
That's crazy. Wow. Okay, what did you think about this build? I'm just mind blown when I see it every time. What do you think?
It was really well put together. I really, really loved the video that they put together for it. They took a lot of time. The animation in it was so smooth. And like Tang was saying, it really, really embodied the theme that was going here. It is a winner shark. It is a spirit animal. It is somebody that is ready to go win and take it on. And yeah, Art Cebola did great with the graphics in this.
Mm-hmm. And the whole environment looks good.
Totally, yeah, all of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that shark could get in the water and save me if I'm drowning. If he wanted to. Does look a little menacing under there, swimming though.
Yeah.
I like how he even has his own logo.
Yeah, exactly. He's branded. It's like, yeah, I'm the savior of this beach. It's me. The fastest shark in town. No, I think it's an awesome build. Like you said, I really like the environment. I mean, it was like branded. I mean, that's crazy. You're not only creating a spirit animal, but you're also creating a story around it. I also liked under the no swimming sign, there's a Decentraland logo. I found it like really, really funny. And just in general, the amount of detail that was put in here, also technically a really, really, really good asset, works super well. The animations are awesome. So, and super clean. Art Cebola, as always, a guy who puts a lot of time in his assets, in the technicals, and you can see it. You can feel it, that a lot of work has been put into it. So congratulations, very, very well deserved second place in this contest. And now let's get to the first place. This was such a good transition, Slate Trade, because he was like waving goodbye and then you switched.
I was wondering if you did that
was-
deliberately. I was like, wow.
That was crazy. And finally, number 1, the Dragon Tiger by Ali Reds. I can't pronounce his name every time I get it wrong, but what an amazing asset.
I love this guy.
That's so cool. Okay, who wants to go first?
I can go first. I've been trying to figure out what it is about this that I love so much because I just can't put my finger on it, but I think I just did it with that intro, watching it again. It reminds me of a really, really cute Pokemon.
Yeah.
See, it's
Oh,
Pokemon, and it's
Yeah.
so cute. And it's just,
true.
I mean, if a Pokemon isn't really a spirit animal, then what is?
Mhm.
Like, but yeah, no, this
Yeah.
was, I love the cross between the animals. I love how unique it is. It's so well put together. The eyes are just gorgeous. It really embodied the theme of spirit animal. Everything about this was great, especially the graphics in the video as well.
I think that it's really important when designing anything to consider the world that it's going to be in, consider the environment that it's going to be in. And what he's done here is he's made a really interesting wearable that looks good in Decentraland. It doesn't look too wildly different because it's textured in a strange way or the level of detail isn't right. This fits in with the world. It feels like it belongs here, and that makes a big difference.
Definitely. I definitely think the in-world factor for this one played a big part. And it's just so unique. And the way that he swoops in with the light, like, hey, I'm coming from the heavens. I'm here to help you.
It's a fantasy creature. I've never seen a dragon look like that, and I've never seen a tiger look like that. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's a perfect combo. Very creative, very different.
And yet simple. And yet so
JK.
simple.
Yeah.
You're the writer in the group.
Mm.
So now is your task. It's a dragon tiger. I mean, that's its name. It should have a real name. How would you name it? That's a big task.
He couldn't be like a tiger, like a liger, because that kind of sounds stupid. I feel like he needs a name like a person's name. Like, doesn't he feel like a friend? I feel like I can't
Yeah.
give him like a scientific, like Latin-based name, even though.
Or yeah, you could just call him like Todd or something, you know? It'd be okay too.
Maybe it's just like a regular
Yeah.
person's name. Let's see.
We did
Or-
say that he kind of looked like a Tigger.
Is it like a Kevin?
Kevin. Oh my gosh, I love it. He's Kev. It's Kev.
Yeah,
Kev.
it is.
Oh my god.
Kev is perfect. It's casual. That's exactly what I was looking for.
Okay, I really think this entry, at least in terms of presentation, really sealed the deal. The entry is so amazing because remember, in the theme, it was you awaken your spirit animal. So it's like you have something inside of you that just appears. And I'm thinking if something should make an entry in Decentraland, it would be this way, you know, like with the big Decentraland logo in the back, with this kind of cinematic entrance, and it's like, boom, it's me, Kev.
It's me, Kev. The lighting, everything's so good.
But yeah, I think it was an awesome asset. I really liked at the end the little detail that maybe you didn't see, but in the last contest, this builder actually wanted to, with an amazing build that was basically construction with different Olympic themes. It was like sort of a stadium. And if you look at the end, when the tiger is jumping down, it goes inside the build that he made in the past. So I found this was like a really, really nice detail that also fit with, you know, the sports and stuff. So, I mean, great work there. And yeah, I think that's it. We went through all of them, and we're at 59 minutes, so stay probably proud of me. I'm not going over time, so that's perfect too. But yeah, wow, what an amazing bunch of assets. What did you think?
I loved it. Thank you so much for asking us to judge this particular show. Like you said, I think it was perfect for us. It's wearables, it's fun, it's cute and fuzzy. We loved it.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for having us. And everybody did a great job. I'm blown away by everybody's creativity. Like I said, all the time. This is just another example of that.
Likewise,
Kev is
this was
so
so
great.
much fun. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you're
This this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed coming on here and seeing all these great projects.
That's awesome. And I think now, for any builder who's wondering, there is a new contest going on at the moment. If you're watching this show live, you can actually go on sandstorm.co, app.sandstorm.co, sorry. You can go on the contest section and you will see the contests that are available at the moment. There's one for the sandbox where you can enter our typical monthly collection to get your assets on the marketplace, or you can enter the Decentraland one, and this is very special because it's St. Patrick's Day and you got to build St. Patrick's wearables. So I'm very excited about what will be built there. I think we'll have some really creative stuff, so that will be very cool. So yeah, as a conclusive thought, maybe to wrap this up, I know you have a lot of things going on, all of you. What would be the thing you would like to share out? What is something you would like to shout out or make reference to?
I'd definitely like to tell people about a party
One
that we're doing.
second, one sec. Is somebody doing their nails or something?
I don't know.
You know, removing a blanket.
There was a noise. It
There's a
sounded like
blanket.
Is it you? Okay, that's fine. Go ahead, Tanpgoko. Sorry.
I'm all shook now. What was I saying? No. We're doing a party in Spatial and Decentraland this weekend called International Dollhouse. It is a celebration for International Women's Month or Women's History Month that's happening in March. We're going to be featuring DJs and artists from around the world. And we've partnered with The Hug, we partnered with Mixcloud, and we partnered with Exclusible to host a really interesting party in Spatial in this incredibly beautiful architectural space. We've got this Sunday a DJ from Chicago and a DJ from Kenya, as well as some amazing art. So if anybody would like to come by, we've got it a little bit earlier at, I want to say 8 p.m. UTC. So Oscar, maybe we'll even see you there.
Oh. That might
and yeah,
you need to remind me.
I will
come. Okay, yeah, and maybe another conclusive questions, because the problem here is since you're all in the same project, you will all say the same thing, so I got to come up with something else, so everybody talk. Last question is, where do you see Babydolls in a year?
Oh god,
wildest dreams.
Well, multi-metaverse activations.
Okay,
Yes.
What about you?
I don't want to put the dream in the way, because this is Tang's baby. Tang built this, so but I do see, and I have voiced this to Tang, I do see in the future that Babydolls could be a company that does onboarding for larger companies into the metaverse, and they can do all types of platforms, whether it's corporate, whether it's like little boutiques. I think that Babydolls could be that group that does that and brings people into the metaverse and into Web3.
Awesome.
Totally, 100%. I think that you and the rest of the dolls have built this like super solid foundation and relationships with people that is just kind of endless possibilities, I think, going forward. I am excited to maybe have an IRL party, maybe in New York, for NFT NYC. We'll see. But otherwise, I think I would love to see some merch, maybe. I know we want to do something like that, something to kind of be IRL present in people's lives as well, and not just like at the dollhouse or on Twitter or Instagram or wherever you hang out with us.
Nice. Sounds like you all have a pretty insane plan. I think that will be exciting to hear how far you go and if you manage to achieve all these dreams, and I really hope you do, because it's awesome, and I think you've done an amazing and really good job so far. So keep going.
Thank you.
Let's go. Okay, so wrapping things up, thank you very much for everybody who was watching today. I hope you liked the show. If you liked it, feel free to join our different social medias. You can follow our Twitter or join our Discord if you want to learn more. If you want to get started as a creator and get the chance to get educated about different metaverses and maybe even earn money if the brands decide to work with you, then you can always sign up, create a profile, customize it, publish your different works so that you have a Web3 portfolio that's available. And yeah, I hope we'll see you in the next one. It was an amazing show. Thank you so much, Tanpgoko and JK, for today's session. Had a lot of fun. And bye-bye. See you in the next one.
Bye.
Take care.
Thanks.
Bye.